Korean ramen exports touched $1 billion in 2024, with notable increases in markets like the US, China, and India. The Korean wave of K pop, K cosmetics, and K dramas has significantly boosted the global appeal of Korean food, music, and culture. From skincare to street food, several products in India now have a Korean twist. But this did not happen overnight. Few remember that the South Korean economy had its tryst with the International Monetary Fund or IMF just after India. In 1997, the South Korean won experienced a significant collapse due to the Asian financial crisis, losing approximately half its value against the US dollar. This devaluation was triggered by a broader regional crisis and internal structural weaknesses within the Korean financial and corporate sectors. Stocks nosedived and jobs vanished. To recover, South Korea borrowed $58 billion bailout package from the IMF. What led to the economic collapse? Thanks to the Asian financial crisis, the Korean economy, overly dependent on heavy industries like cars, steel, electronics, etc., crashed when the global demand shifted. So, after the bailout, they changed their strategy completely. In 1998, South Korea set up a Ministry of Culture and began investing heavily in entertainment, media, and education around pop culture. They created structures to nurture K pop, K dramas, and film production. Universities began teaching cultural marketing. And the result? If you remember, in 2012, Gangnam Style became the first YouTube video ever to cross a billion views, putting Korean pop culture firmly on the global map. Netflix poured over $500 million in Korean web series like Squid Game, which became its most watched show ever. By 2018, the K-pop group BTS alone contributed a significant amount annually to Korea's GDP, boosting tourism, merchandise sales, and media exports. Korean food exports have already crossed $10 billion in 2023, turning staples like kimchi and ramen into global pantry staples. Korean cosmetics exports are expected to cross $10 billion soon, outpacing even legacy beauty brands. The point here is that Indian cultural soft power that is being reinforced through events like the International Yoga Day can go a long way in boosting exports of Indian food, music, media, skincare, and other consumables. India's digital entertainment sector is already one of the largest and fastest growing, fueled by increased internet access, which is 562 million active smartphone and 30 million connected TVs, affordable data, and over 900 million broadband connections. Global players like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and Disney Hotstar are investing in Indian original OTT content, many of which have gained international acclaim. Development centers set up by Google, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, and others are leveraging India's massive mobile first user base to design apps and features that integrate payments, utilities, and emerging tech. Netflix, for example, piloted its mobile only plan in India before rolling it out globally. India's media and entertainment sector employs approximately 2.8 million people. The content numbers are also staggering: 1,600 films, 2,600 hours of premium OTT content, 190,000 hours of television content, 20,000 original songs. India also has an estimated 400,000 digital creators with an online following of about 10,000 each. India's rich linguistic and cultural diversity gives it an edge in content creation for both local and global audiences. With 1.4 billion people and 22 official languages, India offers diverse stories and regional narratives, driving a thriving content ecosystem. With widespread Indian diaspora, the content is exported to over 100 countries each year, both through theatrical releases as well as global OTT platforms like Disney, Netflix, Prime Video, etc. India's gaming industry has evolved from a niche domain to a widely embraced phenomenon, significantly influencing the digital economy and attracting global attention. With the widespread adoption of smartphones and the availability of affordable mobile internet, this revolution has transformed the digital entertainment landscape. As per a ENY and FICCI report, in 2024, India represented around 20% of the global gaming user base and 15% of all gaming downloads, surpassing the combined totals of the US and Brazil, the next two largest markets. In 2024, there were 488 million online gamers in India, predominantly using their mobile phone as the device of choice. In addition, India has over 1900 game development companies that employ around 66,000 professionals. The country is building and operating games for some of the largest global game developers. Additionally, many Indian developers have launched their own games for the domestic as well as international markets. India is a global hub for media and entertainment production, offering cost effective and scalable infrastructure that attracts major international studios. Indian studios have contributed to global blockbusters like Avengers, The Jungle Book, Life of Pi, Frozen, The Lion King, Madagascar, with high end VFX capabilities. Animation and VFX costs are nearly 50% lower in India than in the West. Also, India has built a large skilled workforce of creators to support global production workflows. So, as an investor, how can you leverage this trend of potential rise in global consumption of Indian food, music, culture, and content? The most obvious beneficiary of India's cultural marketing could be the domestic tourism sector. Stocks belonging to the hospitality and tourism sectors like Indian hotels, Redken Travel Technologies, and Lert Revenues Technology could benefit from the tailwinds. Secondly, the export of Indian packaged food was earlier limited to the unorganized sector. Companies like ADF Foods and Mrs. Bector's Food Specialities now specialize in the production and export of a variety of traditional Indian food products, including pickles, sauces, ready to eat meals, frozen and canned foods. The company's market spans Europe, the US, Australia, and the Gulf. India is also a major exporter of basmati rice. Companies like LT Foods and GRM Overseas are key players in the segment. PVR Inox, Tips Industries, Saregama, etc. are the major music and content creation companies that benefit from rising popularity of Indian music and digital content overseas. Prime Focus is a leading company providing post-production and visual effects or VFX services to the film, advertising and broadcast industries globally. In the gaming sector, Nazara Technologies is a diversified gaming and sports media platform company involving esports, interactive gaming, and gamified early learning. While the long term tailwinds for these companies are here to stay, investors must keep only those stocks in watch lists that have a track record of leveraging tailwinds with healthy financial performance. Use the Equitymaster screener to know the financial quality of leading media and food stocks. Also, companies with strong IP portfolios, which is music rights, copyrights, etc., have a significant edge. The tourism, food, media, and gaming markets are all very competitive with both domestic and international players. Finally, government policies and regulations related to broadcasting, digital content, tourism, and food exports can have a lasting impact on the sustainability and profitability of the businesses. Please keep this in mind while making your watch list on the media and food stocks. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.